all at the right time. I mean, why did the Lord do that then instead of, Christ could have came today. Why? It was all his timing. And at 7, for one will hardly die for a righteous man, though perhaps for the good man someone would dare even to die. The only verse to me this applies for is warfare. There's many people who, will jump on grenades or take bullets for somebody else. Laura, we were talking the other day. I guess you can tell the story better than I do of...
Well, I just spent a week with my aunt, who's 98 and a half. And she had a first husband and a second husband. As a high schooler, she had a sweetheart, and when they graduated from high school, they got married. And about less than a year later, he was shipped off to France. And during the very first battle, he took a bullet for one of his men. And so here the news comes out to Pennsylvania. Here you are, 19 years old, and you're going to have his child, and you find out he's dead. And but God worked in her life, and she found out that Christ is enough.
So when I think of verse 7, I think of that story. And the funny thing is she ends up marrying his brother, right? And, and this is World War II time, because she's 98, 99. So I think of that, and when I read here in verse 7. In verse 8, but God demonstrates his own love toward us, in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. I see, all the evil and all the perpetration that goes on in the world, and the thought that, nobody would step in. It's hard to, when you're dealing with evil people, to think that you're going to do something good for them. You want to punish them, But God doesn't think that way. The fact that you've had this whole world full of sinners, all these people that hate you, but yet he loves us so much that he was willing to come and die for that. It's hard to fathom that kind of love. But Jesus, was on that cross, and he was mocked. When you read the account, people would mock him, saying, well, you saved others, why can't you save yourself? Spitting on him, cussing at him. It was... I can't imagine the scene that was. Much more than, having now been justified by his blood, we shall be saved from the wrath of God through him. So I mentioned wrath before. We always like to say the love. But people who are not saved, will face wrath. That is gospel. And, we talk about people who are either sick or dying, or people have passed away. And I know Laura and I, first thing, and I think the same way. She goes, well, were they saved? I said, well, no. And there's a sadness to that, because, there's an eternal consequence. You think of all these people who've been passing away from COVID, It's 500,000 people plus, We don't even know the count. How many of them knew the Lord? I like what John MacArthur says, as far as, keeping the church open and continually preaching and keeping ministries open. So we don't have to worry about, the COVID virus. It's the sin virus that's the big problem, because that will eternally kill you. The COVID is really temporary.
Hello guys, I am so sorry. I don't know why that just cut out like that, but that did cut for some reason. But that was Pastor John, and not sure why that did cut out that way, but it did. With that being said, guys, let's get into a song real quick, and I'll figure out what's going on. So I'll talk with you guys in just a brief minute. Enjoy. Let's do Calvary Melody by none other than Dr. Prophet Larry Rowell. Enjoy Calvary Melody. Medley, I should say.
I spent in vanity and pride, caring not my Lord was crucified, knowing not it was for me he died at Calvary. That true salvation's plan, oh, the grace that brought it down to man, oh, the mighty gulf that God did span at Calvary. Mercy there was great, and grace was free. Pardon there was multiplied to me. There my burdened soul found liberty at Calvary. At the cross, where I first saw the light, and the burden of my heart rolled away. It was there by faith I received my sight, and now I am happy all the day. I was guilty with nothing to say. They were coming to take me away, far away, when a voice from heaven was heard that said, let him go, take me instead. Oh, but I should have been crucified. I should have suffered and died, and I should have hung on the cross in disgrace, but Jesus, God's Son, took my place. Because of Calvary, I'll always love you. Yes, I'll praise you. I'll always serve you because of Calvary.
That once again was Because of Calvary by none other than Dr. Prophet Lower. Well, let's get into another song, shall we, guys? Let's do He Heals by the K. Daniel Spirit and Truth Worship Band. Enjoy He Heals.
He heals our hearts. He heals with love. He heals our souls by the blood of the Lamb. He heals our hearts. He heals with love. He heals our souls by the blood of the Lamb. He heals with compassion. He heals from the inside out. His hands are healing hands. He heals our wounded hearts. He heals our hearts. He heals with love. He heals our souls by the blood of the Lamb. He heals our hearts. He heals with love. He heals our souls by the blood of the Lamb. We will worship, we will praise you with passionate love. You are holy, you are worthy, you're the great I am. We will worship, we will praise you with passionate love. You are holy, you are worthy, you're the great I am. He heals with compassion. He heals from the inside out. His hands are healing hands. He heals our wounded hearts. He heals our hearts. He heals with love. He heals our souls by the blood of the Lamb. He heals our hearts. He heals with love. He heals our souls by the blood of the Lamb.
That was He Heals by none other than the K. Daniel Spirit and Truth Worship Band. Let's get into one. Let's do one by Dr. Tom Ray, and let's do No Other God Like You by none other than Dr. Tom Ray. Enjoy No Other God Like You.
I rejoice as I sing the song of praise. I am blessed by your amazing grace.